Araham Sama Sambuddho Bhagava Buddham Bhagavantam Abhivademi Swakato Bhagavata Namo Dhammam Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sangham Namami.
Aham Bante Tisaranena Saha Atasilania Chami Dutiyampi Aham Bante Tisaranena Saha Atasilenaya Chami Tatiyampi Aham Bante Tisaranena Saha Atasilania Chami.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Buddham saranam gacchami.
Buddham saranam gacchami.
Dhammam saranam gacchami.
Dhammam saranam gacchami.
Sangham saranam gacchami.
Sangham saranam gacchami.
Dutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami.
Dutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami.
Dutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami.
Dutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami.
Dutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami.
Dutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami.
Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami.
Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami.
Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami.
Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami.
Tatiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami.
Tatiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami.
Tisaranam gamanam nikitam.
Amabante.
Panatipada veramani sikapadam samadhiyami.
Panatipata veramani sikkapadam samadhiyami. Undertake the training precept to refrain from taking the life of any living being.
Adinadana veramani sikapadam samadhiyami.
Adinadana veramani sikkapadam samadhiyami. Undertake the training precept to refrain from taking anything which is not given.
Brahmacharya veramani sikapadam samadhiyami.
Abramacharya veramani sikkapadam samadhiyami. Undertake the training precept to refrain from all sexual activity.
Musavada veramani sikapadam samadhiyami.
Musavada veramani sikkapadam samadhiyami. Undertake the training precept to refrain from false speech, from false and harmful speech.
Suramerayama japamadhatana veramani sikapadam samadhiyami.
Suramerayamaja Ramani Sikapadam Samadhyami. I undertake the training precept to refrain from taking intoxicating drink and drugs which might lead to carelessness.
Vikala bojana veramani sikapadam samadhiyami.
Vikala Bojana Ramani Sikapadam Samadhyami. Undertake the training precept to refrain from eating at inappropriate times.
Na chagita vadita visukadasana.
Nacha Gita Vadita Visukadasana.
Malanganda vilepana dharana.
Malaganda Vilepanadarana.
Mandana vibhusanatana veramani sikapadam samadhiyami.
Mala Vibhusanatana Ramani Sikapadam Samadhyami. Undertake the training precept to refrain from entertainment, beautification, and adornment.
Uchasaina maasaina veramani sikapadam samadhiyami.
Uchasaima Vahasaima Ramani Sikapadam Samadhyami. Undertake the training precept to refrain from lying on high or luxurious sleeping places.
Imani yata sikapadani samadhiyami.
Imanyata Sikapadani Samadhyami. Imanyata Sakapadani Samadhyami. Imanyata Sakapadani Samadhyami. I'm taking this training an Anagarika precept.
Imani yata sikapadani silena sugatim yanti. Silena boga sampada. Silena nibhutim yanti. Tasma sila visodhayam.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So welcome to the community, Anagarika Bojan. So now, what's changed from this moment? What's the contract? Well, one thing that didn't change is who you are. You're Bojan. Bojan with certain characteristics, certain character, with Maribor accent that's going to stay all the same. It means like also certain kind of character, some kind of personality. So that's what we have. That's part of the package, and we have also to accept it if you like it or not. We have to start looking the right place what we want to change. Sometimes people think like, oh, we need to change now whole personality, whole character, and maybe walk like a noble beings walk or some other saints. All these kind of we inspire, about certain arahants or certain people, But, that's not the point. We don't try to be inspired in the wrong way. Just looking at somebody's characteristics and other people and thinking, oh, I want to be like that. But you don't know what they're going through. They might be depressed. That's why they look so peaceful. So that's not actually our measurement when we're looking at the practice. The same entering the monastic life. It's not like, just it's not like a, how to say, academy for being actor. We don't try to shape ourselves to appear and start walking like a noble saintly beings. Try to shape ourselves and pretend that we are noble when we are not. So we have to see actually what is that we can change. So we don't changing our character, but what we because this is what it is. This is part of the package. This is what is given to us. But we try to change those things which we can change, and that's greed, hatred, and delusion. So so we have to see in the right place, not to change something characteristics, because then it just means we're just acting upon the, aversion towards ourselves. That's not the point. You don't act upon the aversion. We try to remove aversion. We try to see what it is. So we have to see actually where they are really, when we're doing the gardening, what is the good plant and what is the weed. Yeah. So don't try to remove the good flowers. We have to learn how to do choose, try to see the weeds, try to recognize them and pull them out. Again, what we're pulling out is greed, hatred, delusion. Greed, this means passion, wanting something, desiring, pleasures. All that is greed. And aversion, try to avoid things. Resentment, anger, that's dosa, that's resentment, yeah? And then delusion. Delusion means like being lazy or ignoring things and running away from understanding and try to go into kind of bad faith and be oblivious to the other things. So that's delusion. So we have to learn how to then reflect and work like that, because whole lifestyles is in the monastic life is according to the Dhamma, and we have to use it properly. If we don't use it properly, it just means like it can be dangerous to us. Like a Buddha said, kusa grass wrongly grasped cuts the hand, so it can hurt. And then also we see where really the real refuge is. It's not out there. It's not in people. We take refuge, like we said it now, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So in the one who realizes the Dhamma, who knows the Dhamma, Dhamma as the truth, as the nature, and Sangha, which actually means those who understood the truth, which means the refuge in that truth that everybody can understand the Dhamma. Yeah? It's not just like specially selected and elites, but everybody has this ability, is a human ability to understand the truth. I have refuge in that. This means I can do that too. I can trust the Buddha teaching, I want to know the truth, Dhamma, and I can realize it myself, Sangha. And this is how it goes with everything. We don't look in these particular characteristics, like I want to be like that or don't want to be like that. We try to avoid that kind of measurement, comparing, actually see, oh, am I acting out of greed, hate, and delusion? And look in that one. Not what is in front of you, like what your eye sees and what your ear hears, but actually your general attitude. What is really behind? You see sooner or later that you just try to all the time avoid unpleasant things and seek for the pleasures. That's all what we're doing all the time. That's what delusion does. But now actually with seeing things, you see where it's the right place to contemplate. No, avoiding external judgments, avoiding external measurements, and really actually we work for ourselves. This is a place which offers you to do that. Plenty of space, we have support, we have friends, and this means it's like a safe place. Safe place where mistakes are done, but these mistakes that can be repaired. That we do again, that we acknowledge mistakes, that we apologize for them, and really try very hard not to repeat it ever again. So now we also took the 5 precepts. Killing, 8 precepts, means killing. That's very particular attitude. So why take the 8 precepts? Because you is out of the version. You're going again, jump into things. It completely distorts the true nature. Goes against the Dhamma, against the things as they are. So that's very going to particular instead of understanding the general truth. The same about stealing things. Sexual misconduct, lying. That's why lying is wrong. Not because you might hurt someone, that's also true, but exactly because it goes against the general nature, against the Dhamma. So it's always wrong. That's why we always say, don't lie to any human being. Then alcohol, but not to mention what alcohol does. That's all the first 4 wrong. And then some other things, sleeping in luxurious beds, basically being lazy in the bed, having long sleeps, and then of course entertainment with music and eating food, like overly eating all the time. That's all being lost in sexuality, not actually seeing the danger over there. And it's always the danger because danger is there because we are just gratifying the general attitude of the mind, which is always to the wrong direction, the wrong way. That's why it's always dangerous, even a little bit. I said I think before lunch, I said, well, but what if I do just a little lie or just a little stealing or just little things? Well, how you will feel if I put in your coffee just a little bit of a mouse drop? Are you going to drink it? What happened then? It's just a little bit of shit inside. Drink it now. You see, the little mistake is still makes things very, very dirty. Even little things. It's not just like a measurement. What about white lie? White lie. You know, it's still shit. So, yes, so again, focus on the right attitude, the right direction. Don't spend your time polishing your character. No, character is what it is. Work where the problem is. There's a lot of freedom to allow you what you are, right? But there will be no tolerance for greed, hatred, and delusion. So anything what we pointed out to you here is not how to change your character, how to be Hiriko-like thing, or Samanadipa-like thing, or Dolenska being Dolens. No, but we have to actually see where the weeds are, and that's greed, hate, delusion. When they are, there is going to be a little bit of poking and slap, and repair yourself and improve and purify your mind. So you in white, symbolism of purity. May these white clothes reminds you what you're doing, what you're here for. Externally it's easy to put white clothes. Now may these white clothes also purify your heart and be a blessing into the world. And hopefully that your parents who are here, we see that changes in positive way. So Bojan is not disappearing. Bojan is Bojan, but hopefully that all these good stuff are going to be left untouched, or maybe a little bit errors is going to repair, and I'm sure you will be happy to see the results in your son. So, okay, many blessings to you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Yes. You can sit actually with more. Yeah, you can sit. No, here's okay. So that's blessing for you. Yata varivaha pura paripurenti sagaram evame todinam petanam upakapati ichitam paritam tumham kipameva samijato sabe purentu sankapa Chando panarasoyata manijotirasoyata
Sadityo virajantu
Sambarogo vinasadu Made mavavandarayo sugidinga yungon bava Abhivadana silisani chan vundamba chayino Chandaro Dhamma Vadandi Ayuvano Sungam Balam Bhavandu Sabha Mangalam Rangandu Sabha Devada Sabha Buddha Nubhavena Sada Sondi Bhavandunde Bhavandu Sabha Mangalam Rangandu Sabha Devada Sabadamanubhavena sada sodi bhavandunde bhavandu sabha mangalam rangandu sabha devada sabha sanganubhavena sada sodi bhavandunde. Araham Sama Sambuddho Bhagava Buddham Bhagavandam Abhivadi Svakato Bhagavada Dhammo Dhamma Namasami Subhadipano Bhagavado Savaga Sangho Sangam Nama